I'd say the most common repairs that I see are mainly maintenance. You know, it's out of sight, out of mind, especially if you have a bigger home and you think everything's okay because it isn't leaking. You've been lucky. That's how I could say you've gotten lucky to this point. If roofs could talk, they'd tell you to get a roof inspection. Today, I'm going to talk about maintenance, roof maintenance. There's a big misconception when it comes to roof maintenance. I talk to homeowners all the time and they say, well, I had the roof done 10 years ago and they haven't thought about it since. And so I say, well, has anybody else been on the roof in the last 10 years? And they say no. Realistically, your maintenance is a really big deal when it comes to sealing pipes or exposed nail heads or vents that aren't sealed anymore. Those things, they really can cause a lot of issues. I've done a lot of repairs on roofs that could have been avoided by a simple maintenance. Around every 4 years, you should be having a maintenance done and checking your pipes because the silicone around your pipes, it only lasts around 4 to 6 years maximum. With the Texas heat that we have out here, you're really only gonna get about 4 years. And I would recommend a roof inspection by somebody that you trust every year, only because there could be a missing shingle on your roof that you don't know about and kind of out of sight, out of mind. If you don't see it, it's going to be an issue that gets worse and worse. So, yeah, I mean, a lot of times customers think, well, my shingles are rated for 30 years. I have a 30-year shingle on the roof. Yeah, that may be true, but it's not going to get to 30 years without your typical maintenance. And maintenance really is going to carry you that extra length. I mean, if you're doing your scheduled maintenance 4 to 6 years, you should be good to go because a lot of those issues, if their pipes aren't sealed, then you risk water penetration, getting to the decking of the roof, and then it rots the decking and then ultimately makes a bigger repair for us down the line. I talk to homeowners a lot and I show them pictures of their pipes and how I'm pushing down, and if there's any kind of gap in their pipe where it's supposed to be sealed, that's how I kind of explain it to them because they just don't understand. They think that a 30-year shingle is they're guaranteed 30 years. They don't have to look at their roof again, and it just can't be further from the truth. Because you know, it's out of sight, out of mind, especially if you have a bigger home. If you have a bigger home and you can't see your entire roof, like the top of your roof, it's out of sight, out of mind. You think everything's okay because it isn't leaking. It hasn't leaked. I don't have any leaks. My roof's fine. You've been lucky. That's how I could say you've gotten lucky to this point. If you don't see something is messed up, then you think everything is okay. You could be missing a shingle, and that could be causing a whole lot of decking issues. That could cause a leak later on down the line. So again, out of sight, out of mind. And if roofs could talk, they'd tell you to get a roof inspection. I'd say the most common repairs that I see are mainly maintenance. Maintenance is a really big thing. I see a lot of times, pipes that aren't sealed and they're causing leaks and decking issues. If a maintenance was performed, I wouldn't be there repairing the roof. Unless you're knowledgeable with the roof and you know how roofing system works, I don't think that you should do many repairs on a roof. That you should call a roofer because I also see a lot of times, antennas. I see homeowners installing antennas on the roof and they'll just drill straight through a shingle and they don't know that you can't do that. That is going to void your warranty on your shingles. That invites water into your decking and into your home. As a homeowner, if you feel comfortable getting on your roof, maintenance is a big one. Resealing pipes, any exposed nail heads on 750 vents or pipe collars, anything like that, I think all that's totally fine. Mounting anything to the roof and drilling through shingles, I would never advise that. For any homeowner to really access their roof, I think you need to have the proper equipment. We all wear cougar paws over here, and those really help you stick to the roof, especially on a very pitched out roof, whether it's 10-12, 11-12 pitch or more. I wouldn't advise accessing your roof without those kind of boots or any kind of harness. It's very dangerous and your roof doesn't look intimidating until you step off the ladder and then you're on the roof. And then so most accidents happen when you're getting on the ladder or in getting off the ladder. I have a buddy who recently reached out to me and he was asking me about his roof and he asked me if he should get on it. And I went over there and he had about 10-12 pitch and I told him, the reason I can get on these roofs is because of my equipment and my boots. They help me big time. If I didn't have those, it would be very dangerous for me. I would slide. I don't have the grip. And he just couldn't understand that. And he's a do it yourself kind of a guy, DIY guy. He doesn't want to hire people to do things. And I feel like a lot of people think that way, which is fine. If you want to do it yourself, that's fine. But just definitely make sure you have the right equipment, because the wrong equipment, you're going to figure out really quick. Equipment is everything. Yeah, and if you have any questions about any kind of repairs or anything like that, just leave your questions in the comments, and then we'll touch back on that on our next If Roofs Could Talk. Peace.